Welcome everyone. This is Two Non-Critics and a Cat. We are back, and this is Martina, and I'm here with Julie and Federica. Julie and Feds.
Hello.
So
Yes.
I'm unusually doing the introduction today. I wish it was for a better reason. But it is because I have some sad news. So my sister and I started this podcast, which is why it's called Two Non-Critics and a Cat. And then our Feds joined us. And the cat was Nala, my baby lion, who was named after a movie, who loved the movies, and who was always here on this chair while I was recording this podcast. And a week ago, Nala sadly passed away. She was 19 years old. So she was like super old for a cat. So she had a wonderful life, and she was surrounded by her whole family, her little sisters. Tia Julie was there, and she passed away peacefully, painlessly, like you should, with a lot of love. And obviously we are super sad. We've been quite devastated last week, but it's the circle of life, and it moves us all, and it is very true. And we just hope that Nala is like in The Lion King, and now she's a star like the kings of the past. So we say goodbye to Nala today, so we will dedicate this episode to her. And then unfortunately, there is another sad news that actually happened today, on the day that we are recording. So, Sam Neill, who is an actor who I absolutely loved, Major Campbell, Inspector Campbell in Peaky Blinders, Alan Grant in Jurassic Park. He passed away today at the age of 76. And apparently his family said it was quite unexpected, even though he had cancer a few times. Yeah.
It was cancer-free. They just announced that it was cancer-free.
Yeah, because I read his book as well.
Yeah.
I think maybe a year, maybe two years ago. And he actually had cancer even before. So he had it a few times, but it was cancer-free, but it was quite unexpected. And he's glorious, honestly. It was some of his interviews are great. Like, he was a very funny, very deep, very engaged person, and I absolutely adored him as an actor. So we honor him as well today. And then that's it for our goodbyes.
My little baby Nala was the best tiger in the world.
Yeah, she was.
But she's lived on by three little pests.
Yes.
That gave us the new name for the podcast. So that is two non-critic, a critic, and 7,000 cats.
Yes.
We are rebranding. No, I'm joking.
Yes, and Nala loved the three of them. So she actually, trained them to be in charge now. So they are the three, to stay on topic. They are the three Velociraptor of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So today we're talking about two movies. Actually, I'm abandoning them because the two movies, obviously, as you can imagine, I haven't done anything this week. Even though my husband and I, to just laugh and get distracted, we went to the cinema. And he went to see Moana, the live action, which he actually liked. He liked it very much. And I went to see Toy Story 5 for the second time. So we separated because the movies actually started in the same cinema almost at the same time. So we were like, let's do that. And the only thing I can say is that at the second viewing of Toy Story, I liked it even more than the first time, which says a lot because the first time I liked it a lot. And it almost made $1 billion at the box office, actually, now. It was 800 million, something like that. While Feds
Nice.
and Julie are talking about Feds.
Two
Actually,
complete
did
different
you?
movies.
Yeah, two completely different movies.
Yeah.
Feds, did you watch the movie the same day that I went to see? Yeah, you did.
Yes, indeed, I
Yeah,
did.
and
It
you went
was
to
on
see the
Friday.
invite.
You cannot see it, but I have a
Yes, I
parrot
did.
on my shoulders, which is Justin, my cat.
Yeah, and Julie went to see Evil Dead Burn. So, Feds and Julie are gonna talk about these movies today, and I'm gonna abandon you because I still need some quality family time to, you know, kind of recover a bit.
Thank you for the
Yes.
introduction.
So I'll leave it to you, and I will see you next week.
Bye, Marty. Thank
It's been a
you.
lovely time. Thank you for being here with us. And if you hear something, it's my child, Justin. So if you hear
That's
any
okay.
noise,
We can
if you
get
hear
sound
any
effects.
noise-
It's
Oh,
all good.
Jesus. Okay, she's getting on my shoulder.
She's like you're living the Pirates of the Caribbean life.
No, she's literally.
But instead of having a parrot, you do have a cat on your
I
shoulder.
should have honestly called her like another way because she's genuinely a parrot. She's
You
always
know
on my
what
shoulder.
you should have called her Calypso.
What a beautiful name! I
I
should
know.
have called you
Leave it to
Calypso,
me.
but I didn't know you were a girl.
That's okay. Justin is still good. Confusing,
Justin
but a
is
lovely name.
Justin is non-binary. Justin will always be non-binary.
Being Pride Month, it's good to celebrate.
They're literally a pride cat because they're non-binary.
Yeah.
They decide to. Oh my god! Have you ever seen the people that do it with like pieces of paper and they let the cat decide their identity?
Ah, yes.
And they throw
Yeah.
it on the floor. I need to do that. I'm sure they'll choose like non-binary, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are we talking about today? We're talking about two complete different movies, but because
Yeah,
we've
two
seen
completely
them,
different genres.
because we've seen them, and because I have this massive thing about horror, and I want to yap about horror, and then you are talking about The Invite, and I'm talking about Evil
Yes.
Dead Burn, which yeah, no, never mind.
Mine is a dramedy, but I want to say it was a comedy for me because it was quite relatable. Not the relationship because it's about marriage, so it's definitely not a topic that I understand, being single forever. But
No.
mine is it's a forever alone.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Mine is a comedy, but yours is horror again. So
Mine
I
is
mean, there's
mine is
always
a
death.
problem.
There's death involved. One
No, but
is the
mine
death of a
is honestly-
marriage.
Yeah,
Yours is just dead people, I guess.
it's Evil Dead Burn is I'll tell you in a minute, but it's.
I think I saw the trailer and I didn't like it.
you
Is
saw.
is there some kid involved and somebody running down a pillow fort? There was a scene. I don't know if it was the movie, but there was somebody going inside a pillow fort looking for a child, and then.
No, I don't think that was the one. I don't think that
No,
was the one.
probably it was another one.
You know
Yeah.
who is in it? The guy that did Tyler for Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Which
Oh.
that was my reaction because I have a huge crush on that guy.
I like that guy.
I love
he did a
him.
really well. He did a really good job.
Yeah,
in, Wednesday.
I love him, and yeah, that's why. Apart from the monster from Wednesday, because it's ridiculous, but he, as his
Yeah.
acting is, it's crazy, it's beautiful, and I always thought that he was gonna be great in a horror movie, and I was right. But yeah, do you want to go on? Do you want to take the lead?
Yeah, why not? Let's take with the sort of lighter
Yeah.
movie. So this one is, I think I want to say the third movie from Olivia Wilde. She's directing it.
Oh, I see.
And she's also starring in it. So Olivia Wilde exploded, I want to say 2-3 years ago with Don't Worry Darling. But she mainly exploded because of
She
the
was dating
controversy
Harry
around it. Because she was dating Harry Styles, who was starring in the movie. And apparently the relationship sort of overlap with the end of her marriage. But I think this movie
Unfortunately,
was
yes.
written by Will McCormack and Rashida Jones. For whoever sees Parks and Recreation, Rashida Jones used to work in Saturday Night Live. She was in Parks and Recreation as well. And she wrote this movie with Will McCormack and Seth Gay. but Olivia Wilde directed it, and I think she's produced it. She produced it as well as acting in it. She's one of the main characters. Casting wise is slightly weird because you have Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde. They play the couple Joe and Angela, and then you have lovely Penelope Cruz, and you have Edward Norton who played the other couple. Yeah, random people.
What a
Julia's
random,
face is,
yeah, no, what a random bunch of people.
but I think they all work really well together. Like as much as it is a random pair, they're actually really good together. And you have, I love the dynamic between Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde as Joe and Angela. Basically, the story is pretty basic. Couple that lives in San Francisco. They're going through a rut. They have a teenage daughter. They're definitely on the brink of separating or trying to hold on for the sake of their daughter, but they're not getting along anymore. He's consistently depressed. He's not in the place in his life that he wants to be. He used to have a band. He was a musician that fell through. Is now a substitute teacher for music in public school, not living his best life, not funding anything positive in his life either. So constantly depressed, constantly like nagging. And his wife, she's kind of like dissatisfied, gave up her dream to look after the family. They live in the childhood home of the husband of Joe. So Joe doesn't even like that because it feels like he's a step back because although he's a homeowner, it's like I'm living in my childhood house, so I'm not happy with that either. It means that I gone nowhere. Doesn't see successes in life, so they take it out on each other. Justin is really interested in what I'm saying. I love that. And
Having a moment.
he goes home after work, and basically, if she sprung on him at dinner party where she has invited their upstairs neighbors, and he doesn't like them because apparently their lovemaking is quite loud. And so it's like, oh, perfect. So you're inviting them to dinner. I don't want to have dinner because I'm not in the right mood. But since you organized everything and you prepared everything, I'm going to bring up the fact that they're noisy and their sex noises are really bothering me. And Angela is like, please don't ruin this because I want us to have friends in this building. And we also made a lot of noises with constructions.
Well, yeah.
So which is kind of different, but they had renovations in the house which just finished, so they were like, this is just a opportunity to have a clean slate, and I want to have couples friend because we don't have any friends, we don't live a life, like we're just boring, we don't do anything, and I want to do this for us. He's not having it. He is not a happy camper. He doesn't want to do it, but the couple does end up going in their flat, and they have this quite awkward, quite like weird dinner where there's like weird vibes because she had prepared like a charcuterie board with like jamon from Spain because she's from Spain. She tried to she prepared she bought really expensive cheese. She got a new rug delivered because she wanted to stage the house. Like everything is super upstaged. And they got there and she's like, oh, I brought a souffle. And she was making a souffle, Angela, and the souffle completely burned out. So
It's
she has to
probably
throw
one
it
of the
away.
hardest thing to do, so I don't blame it.
Yeah, exactly. But they have dinner and she's like, oh, I don't eat cheese, I don't eat meat, but it's okay. Well, I'll find something else. So they start like drinking, they don't have wine, so they take out the bottle that they were saving for their wedding anniversary. And he's like, are you sure that you want to open that bottle? That's our bottle that we were keeping for a good anniversary or for a good occasion. And because I forgot to buy the wine because I don't read my messages, you now want to open that? And she's like, yeah, we're going to open that wine because that's the only one that we got. So everything gets weird that they keep on like bickering with one another. And then at some point, the two invite the two neighbors, upstairs neighbors, just tell them, so we just wanted to have it out in the open. We just wanted to apologize because we know that we can have like quite noisy sex, but we just wanted to explain that um, the noise that you hear is because we are kind of like in an open couple. So we have people over and we have group sex.
The face that I just pulled there, I did not expect that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
So they have group sex because she's the character played by Penelope Cruz is a sex therapist as well as a couple therapist, and she's dating this guy that used to be her patient because he was going through the death of his wife. So they get to know each other. They get into a relationship. So it's a quite French new relationship, but they also do group sex. So all the noises that they've been hearing from the upstairs neighbors, it's group sex noises. So that's why there's like different kind of like loud women moaning or loud banging or whatever. So they take the opportunity to be like, so we wanted to tell you this because we feel like there's a vibe or a connection and we would like to invite you to have sex with us. So that's why the movie is called
The Swingers.
The Swingers, yes. So Joe and Angela, who are in like this kind of like weird impasse in their marriage, they're like, we don't know what to do. Well, what are we gonna do? Like there's like discussions, and then they try to do it, but everything gets awkward. So they end up like ruining the atmosphere or whatever, not. But basically, the whole premises of the movie, it's like how difficult it is to have a relationship or to maintain a marriage when there's no communication, when there's like one of the two couples is getting stuck, or one of them is getting stuck and kind of doesn't want to get out of the rut. It just wants to wallow in his own self-pity. Meanwhile, the other person is trying to maintain the peace, but in doing that, she's basically disappearing. She's getting lost. She doesn't have a personality anymore. She's losing her sense of self. She doesn't feel like her husband wants her anymore, so there's no desire, there's no sex. And I get it, in some couples or in some marriages, sex is not the drive, but it depends on what is your love language, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you kind of have a love language that doesn't complement or match the other person, so you're not a good match in that sense, it becomes quite difficult to then get the relationship to progress or to stay healthy. And in this scenario, you have her that's like, I feel like you kind of like forgotten about me. You wrote a song about me. You loved me. We used to have sex, but then that stopped because you're concentrated into wallowing in your own self-pity and your own depression, and you don't see me anymore. And I need to be seen. I need to be loved. So I find it like it was a really interesting take, and there's a lot of discourse about getting to a certain age as a woman and not being desired anymore, or because society sees you as, oh, you're old, you're past 40, so you're past your prime. You shouldn't be having a sex drive, sorry. You shouldn't be wanting to be desired. Or if you get into the role of the mother, then you shouldn't be seen as a sexual human being. So there's a lot of like society pressure, society view of a woman.
My face was disgusted by that statement. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, because it shouldn't be that way. Like, a woman should be still having a strong sex drive, even after becoming a mother, even while she's pregnant. Like, it shouldn't be frowned upon or seen as, oh, you're a deviant. Or if you require in your marriage to be desired, and if you require for sex to be part of your relationship, that shouldn't be seen as something wrong.
No.
So I found it like I really liked Olivia Wilde as a director in this film. There is a lot of introspection. There is a lot of connection to the character by doing a lot of close-ups with the camera. So like you kind of like get into the character by getting to know them, and the way that they neurotically go through life or go through the hurdles. And I particularly enjoy the way that she portrayed Angela, and the way that she talks about herself, I found it quite relatable. She was like, when they were discussing and talking, and Penelope Cruz's character goes into becoming a therapist for them and kind of like unpacking their relationship during the dinner. I found her interesting because she was like, is that the way that you talk about yourself? Is that the way that you see yourself? And she was like, yeah, sometimes even worse. Or she was like, oh, sorry, that's my inner monologue. And you're like, shit, that's my inner monologue. Every time that she was saying something, I was like, ooh, that is not nice. So there were a lot of like cringy moments that I was like, I don't know, I don't think I can survive this movie. But I found it quite interesting. And I like when there's like a lot of reading through the human psyche. I find it really fascinating. So it was quite a funny, dramatic film, but it has a good tempo, so it moves quite fast. And I think the soundtrack plays a really good part in giving the tempo to the film, because it's quite fast paced and it gives a good balance of neurotic song that marries really well with the scenes when they're fighting. It gives the tempo of the fight. And it's quite interesting to see. So I feel like people should go watch it, especially people that are either like over 30, within their 40s, either if you are in a relationship or you are navigating the dating scene in our kind of like in our era, which is quite daunting. I find this quite interesting. And there's the consultant that they use for like marriage counseling is called Esther Perez, and she's quite famous. She was on Oprah, and she's a sex couple therapist as well, quite affirmed in Hollywood. And she has a different podcast, and you can see the way that this movie was really followed on kind of like scientific or psychological way. It's really in depth, but it's not too technical. It's like it's organic the way that it does it, and you can see that there's been thought behind showing you a marriage life as well as a new kind of relationship and exploring your sexuality in a new relationship as well. And it's the openness as well that you have between Penelope Cruz's character Pina, who's quite liberal. She like embodies like the Latina woman that is quite strong and is like, I know what I want, I know what I like. It's quite sexual as well, but owning her age as well, which is something really weird to see in a woman, because sometimes women that are like,
well, if I look like Penelope Cruz, I would also...
definitely, absolutely. But it's no, it's like, I think it's something that people should go watch. But I'll stop yapping and I'll leave you the floor for a complete 180 to Evils That Burn.
I was very interested in the swingers. I was very confused. I did not see that coming.
Yeah. I didn't expect that. Like from the trailer, you know that there's something happening, because and the title as well is kind of like,
I had no idea.
Gives it away. But it's quite interesting to see, and all the four actors play really well together. I think it was a really good cast ensemble, I must say.
I have to be honest, my flatmate said the same thing, that she went to watch it and she found it hilarious. So
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
That's good. I'm glad. I might watch it as well. I did not see that coming.
Worth it.
So.
No, absolutely.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the toe beans that are on my desk.
I love cats' toe beans. Are they still pink?
Yes.
Toe beans, toe beans, toe beans, toe beans. Sorry, that was
very pink.
An interlude to get to the next movie, I guess.
Very pink, yes. Talking about, don't look at me with that face. She's looking at me like, why are you touching my toe beans? She's so cute. Yeah, completely 180. Not that anything regarding this movie is toe beans, because
yeah,
when I tell you that, I'm like, well, I'm studying forensic. Like, I should be used to a certain amount of like things by now. Like, it's been like 12 years, and I'm into that kind of scene of like, I follow. It's completely different because it's like real things, but it's like I can see like crime scene cleanings and stuff like that and like be normal
Yeah.
about it. And then there's like this set of movies that I swear to God I had to get up every 10 minutes. And I would like breathe and get like a glass of water because they're like disgusting.
Really?
No, they're
Oh,
disgusting.
wow.
They have, I don't remember who's the name of the director, but they have the most sloppiest, awful way to do horror that I absolutely hate. Like, for example, in The Evil Dead Rise, there was a scene that they were eating like a light bulb. And
What?
you would see, no, like, you would see, I'll explain you why, but like,
Oh, the director is French. Sébastien Vanitschek.
and he's done something else recently.
I can tell you what he did. Infested, Mayday.
I don't remember.
And he's done... those are the movie directing that he's done. Crocs.
I think there was no. I think so. Basically, what happened? I'm saying 3 different things at a time. So basically, what happened when the Lee Cronin's Mummy came out? There was a rumor that Evil Dead Burn was gonna be in the same universe.
Or okay.
Was gonna be in the same exact universe as the Mummy from Lee Cronin, and. Just so you know, that doesn't add up. Like, it is not like they show something. But apparently it's the same universe. So why we should know, I don't know. But it came out as like a kind of a hype thing.
Of course.
And that came out after I went to see Lee Cronin's, the Mummy from Lee Cronin's. And I was just like, you know, I understand because the splatter is the same
You like
level.
the Mummy, right?
I love the Mummy, yeah.
You like that one.
It was
Did
really
you
cool.
like this one?
No.
No?
No, when I
The
tell-
pause. No.
No, no. When I tell you there's not one movie from The Evil Dead that I can actually like, you know how I am. I like horror movies so much that I rewatch
Yeah.
them. I would never rewatch them.
Okay, that's
Like,
interesting.
They're so traumatizing. I'm like, apart from the fact that it's kind of like a pace of like, you know, Radio Not, the one from Samara Weaving.
Yes.
Yes. It's like that kind of pace that you're exhausted by the end of the movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of running, a lot of escaping, a lot
Yeah.
of like chasing.
So
like,
the
that
whole
would leave me
premise-
out of breath.
Yeah. So the whole premise is there's a couple at a nightclub. There's 2 friends, 2 couples, and then they have a fight, and one of them dies into an accident, literally.
Okay.
And just so you know, The Evil Dead is a demonic possession kind of like franchise. So
Okay.
one of them dies, and then the wife is basically thrown into this family.
Okay.
And the family of her ex-husband, when I tell you, you don't know because you haven't played this, but when I tell you that is the family from Resident Evil 7, it's insane.
Oh no, I do know Resident Evil. I don't
the
know
7
the original ones. but
No,
not
like
the 7, no.
like Resident Evil 7 is a specific kind of like clusterfuck. And I swear to you, that's the family from the Resident Evil, and I hated it. And it's like there's like the dad is a classic Southern guy. There's like, oh, my son is like.
Why
you know,
does this always happen with Southern American
No, I don't
people?
know,
Like,
but genuinely, like the mom
Southern-
like the mom is very Christian, and then like the dad is very Southern, and then there's the grandmother is like she has dementia. So basically, the story
Okay.
revolves about around this woman that she's left with a family that she doesn't want, in a marriage that, by the way, you will find too, which is funny because it still talk about marriage, so it's kind of the same.
There you go.
it's
the
kind
same.
of a topic.
There you go.
So the marriage was
Look at us.
look at us just connecting. The
Just
marriage was
connecting.
absolutely horrendous. They had fights, and the reason why there's like the first fight, and then she says like go to hell, and he really does. Just so you know.
Be careful what you wish
Be
for.
careful what you
Once
wish for.
again.
Unless you wish upon this stuff for people. I don't know.
I don't know, like, if that was the whole purpose of it, go for it.
No, genuinely, because it's like they go on for the rest of the movie when like they discover little caveat of like their family. So she finds a book that is owned by his grandfather, like the family's grandfather.
Yeah.
And for what I cannot remember, and you will have to like excuse me, because I've seen this movie. I've seen The Evil Dead Rise so many years ago, and I was on a plane, and I swear to you, I did not remember if they were actually connected. I think they are, because this guy, this woman finds the book, and then there is this grandfather that has been studying this demons and like possessions and stuff like that. And the whole family is like taken upon by this demonic possession. So yeah, literally. So it's kind of
instead of being a sex orgy, this is a demonic possession orgy.
By COVID, literally by COVID, and I'll explain you why. Because for some reason, the demonic possession passes via liquids. Do you understand why I cannot stand these movies?
Yeah.
Because like
I can only imagine the body fluids.
no,
going
literally,
around.
it's so annoying. It's so annoying because like you're watching the movie and then a death happens and then you see the person's face into the other person's face and the like squishing sounds. I'm like,
No.
please don't. Genuinely,
It's like you remember the scene with Sigourney Weaver and Alien breathing so close to her.
Literally, that was.
I hate that.
That was
I
the
hate
scene,
it.
and it's even worse because the face was missing. So yeah.
Sorry
but
for the
basically-
sound effect.
Yeah. So basically, there's like this demonic possession that passes through. They actually they were actually looking for this boy, for this guy that died, and then they had to go back to the family because they need to find this dagger that is the only dagger that basically kills demonic like
Presences or whatever.
things. So they are trying to dispose of this dagger. They're trying to find this dagger, and to do so, they go through each and every person. So they go first to him, and they're like, the demonic thing goes to him, and it's like, "Oh, we found you," in a scene that is horrifying. There's like this upside down like demonic thing with a massive smile, and I was just like, I looked at that scene, I was like, absolutely not in my nightmares. And they said, "We found you, now you have to bring us to your family." And the whole thing, it was the grandfather that of course the mum hates, because she's like, "Oh, my granddad was like a madman," but he really wasn't. He was trying to find a way to protect her, a daughter, and the grandma that was his wife. So he was trying to find a way to protect them. Clearly didn't find it. Well, clearly found it, but wasn't able to continue it, and nobody believed him. So basically, there is
It's always that way.
No,
The
of course
person that tries to save people never gets believed.
it never gets believed. When I tell you something is happening, please believe me. I will believe you
Yeah.
too. Like, if something is happening, if you see someone running, run, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so basically, it's the whole movie is a massive demonic possession of every single family member. And then it starts with the dad that kills the girlfriend, the son's girlfriend. And then it's like the girlfriend comes back because nobody dies. Everyone is just turned into a demonic thing. So the girlfriend comes back and she wants to avenge herself. But then the dad is avenging the rest of the family and the son that died. So the dad is like going to the ex-wife and the girlfriend is going to the boyfriend. So literally, if you see the trailer, there was a moment that was like people flying around in the house. Like, I'm not even joking when I tell you this is a family issue. Like, this is what it is to be a dysfunctional family.
There you go.
Genuinely.
The extremes of dysfunctional
The extreme
families.
of dysfunctional family. So yeah, basically, once they all get possessed in a way or another, the one that ends up being normal and alive is the ex-wife.
There you go. The one that didn't want to be in the family.
Literally, the one that didn't want to be in the family, she literally ended up. But it ends on a cliffhanger, which I won't say because it's cool as hell. But
the only cool part of the movie.
no, yes. No, the movie is very cool. It's done well. It's disgusting, which I guess is pointing, and there's some story, but the absolute, like, you feel exhausted by the end of the movie because, like, this girl is like battling like 3 demonic things at once, and then there's like the other guy. There's like a, oh yeah, so the guy that died in the car accident, the first guy from the ex-wife, blah blah blah, it was his brother.
Yeah.
It was his brother. So the other kid, the other guy of the story, it's his brother, but he's with somebody else, and she dies at some point. Blah blah. Demonically,
Everybody dies.
Literally everybody dies. But what worries me the most about this kind of like movies, the Evil Dead Rise, the Evil Dead Burn, like anything that's Evil Dead, is the amount of liquid that they
Do you think there's gonna be like a second one since he handed in a cliffhanger? Do you think there's gonna?
I mean,
they announce it?
I think, if I'm not wrong, I think that this might be the last of the Evil Dead. But seeing how it ended, I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
They were hoping.
I'm not gonna watch it. I had to get up every 10 minutes and I had to like take a breath because otherwise I was gonna like, there is a scene that is like one of the demonic possession of like the girlfriend that is dead, but is not dead. She takes the damn like bridge from the grandma's mouth. You know what I mean? She's like shaking her head. She takes like the teeth bridge from her mouth and she puts it in her mouth and then she puts it back. And that's how the grandma, and that's why I'm saying it's like COVID based. That's why I'm saying like the grandma after like 45 minutes she turns into a demonic thing. But I'm just like, why? Shit. I'm like, why? Why does it have to be
really necessary?
Like, why does it have to be so liquidy? I hate that.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
I don't think I would like that, no.
No, but good point on the actor that did Tyler in Wednesday. He was great. I actually really, really love that guy, and I hope to see him in many more movies because I genuinely
think his
have
name
a huge
is
crush.
Hunter, isn't it?
Hunter.
Yeah. Hunter Bohan, I think.
His actual name is Hunter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's Tyler.
Makes sense.
I was so excited when I saw him in the new season on Wednesday as well.
That's nice.
Yeah. So movie on Letterboxd.
Is it recommended? Is it
movie
not
on
recommended?
Letterboxd was 2 out of 5 stars, and it was, I think my comment was something like, "If you want to throw up, it's the perfect movie."
If something is not sitting well with your stomach, go watch that.
Literally, if you want to throw up and get rid of something that's not sitting with your stomach, go watch The Evil Dead. And also, you cannot watch it if you have emetophobia. Like, genuinely, first 10 seconds, you cannot watch it.
I mean, the movie poster does give you the vibe of there's going to be a lot of blood. So
you could never imagine how much blood. Like, at some point, the dad gets shot like 3 times in the face and he's still going on.
Yeah, nah. And
the dog as well. The dog is demonic. No, the dog is demonic as well.
Not animals.
Literally everyone is demonic. But yeah. It's very, I think that the link here is do not get married.
Yeah, if we want to just tie it in both movies, it's like you say that the film starts with a quote from Oscar Wilde, where it says, it kind of says like, if you want to stay in a relationship, don't get married.
Literally.
because marriage kills everything, and I was like, lol, that's great.
No, but the family kills everything. Like, the family was insane,
Yeah.
honestly. But yeah, it was
It's
hilarious.
hilarious that we have two takes on marriage life. One is a comedy and the other one is a horror movie.
The
And
other
both of
one
them
was a problem,
don't
honestly.
hand well. Yeah.
No, absolutely no. But yeah.
So yeah, I guess you could either go watch this, or maybe if you want to have a laugh and a thought, maybe you go watch The Invite, one of the two, whichever floats your boat.
Honestly, if you really like the Evil Dead like franchise, you can go watch it. I would not.
Perfect. Yeah. If you didn't enjoy it, then don't go watch it.
No.
But you have a different alternative if you listen to our suggestions and our recommendations.
Literally, you have a way for everything. You have a horror one, you have like a nice one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can definitely get entertained. And if instead you want something lighter, go watch Mohana.
I just want to say that I have been obnoxiously annoying my cat's paws for about like
for the duration,
like I think for about 10 minutes by now. Like you, of course, you in the podcast you cannot see it, but this is what I'm doing. I'm just squishing.
But she's fine. She's loving
it.
Yeah, no,
she's loving it. She's sleeping, but that's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I'm just squishing the toe beans.
So you're living the life.
I'm
That's
literally,
what I would say.
I'm literally living the. Oh, never mind. She got up.
There you go.
She got up
She's
and
not
she
liking
removed
it
the toe
anymore.
beans.
She was like, "Please stop touching my toe beans."
But I've been generally been squishing the toe beans for like 10 minutes.
Cat's toe beans are anti-stress.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
They really are. Well,
Yeah.
and with this lovely thought on toe beans,
Yes.
I guess
will
we
see
can.
you next week because we are watching. I think Martina's watching it Thursday night at midnight. I'm watching it on Friday. We are watching the Odyssey.
I think I'm watching it on Sunday, but I think it's gonna be. Let me see, because I have it in my calendar, but I cannot remember which Sunday I'm watching. So it comes out on Friday, and I unfortunately going to watch it on.
Are we gonna
I
watch it all
think-
together?
No, probably not. I'm watching it on Sunday the 26th. So I might have to see it the next podcast out if you guys are going to talk about the Odyssey, because I'm not going to watch it until Sunday the 26th.
Oh, you're gonna watch it the week after. I see.
Yes, that was the first tickets availability that we could find, me and my other friend.
Was it in IMAX that you guys are going to see it? Because we're not
we're
going to
actually
see in
gonna-
IMAX, which is ridiculous,
No.
but we couldn't find the tickets.
I think we're going to watch it in the AD. It's
What does that
like
mean?
I think it's like the Supreme Screen, 70 millimeters, whatever. It's like
It's an IMAX.
the one. It's the one below IMAX, I think.
Okay.
One below IMAX, yeah.
No, 'cause it's shot
So-
in 70 millimeters, so
Yes, so I think
It's just
we're
not
watching
the
it the
IMAX
way
is
it
the
is.
same format.
Exactly. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
I see.
So we shall see if I will finally understand some dialogue, which I doubt. Christopher Nolan, please
Well,
adjust your sound levels.
Technically, he literally invented a whole thing for this movie.
I know, right? That's
So-
what everybody's been saying during interviews. I'm like, please, for the love of God, let it be actually sound edited properly this time.
Yeah,
Please.
but it's literally invented a whole thing so that you can shoot so he can shoot
So
it.
he can shoot, yeah.
So he
Because
can
I
do it,
get
'cause
it.
nobody
the
else can do it.
machine- The camera is really loud and you're shooting it in IMAX and you want everybody to have the experience. But I would also like to enjoy the sound and understand the dialogues. Not making up a whole conversation because I can get maybe 4 or 5
Like the only thing that you can
sentences
hear.
out of a... It's like listening to a TFL disclaimer on the tube, which when you're like, you don't understand what they're saying.
Sorted.
Exactly. So yes, please, praying that happens.
I disturbed my cat when I see it say it's sorted.
There you go.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. I will absolutely post a picture of Justin on the podcast Instagram because
Yes.
he's too cute right now. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.